This week, as you probably already know, we're doing this survey thing that we all came up with. Number 1, if you could wake up and have any one superpower, what would it be and what would you do with it? I suppose I could apparate like in Harry Potter. I would use it to travel whenever and wherever I like. Also, it would eliminate gas costs. 2 is describe your own personal hell. Sitting in a very crowded waiting room in a hospital forever. Because it combines the 3 things that I really hate is crowds, waiting, and hospitals. Just to make it extra bad, if everybody in there was either a dude bro or a girl going, who talks? When everything is like a question, and in this really annoying voice like this. Number 3, what is one childish quality about yourself that you hope you never lose? I really love absurd things. Even on my worst days, if I watch an episode of The Muppets Show, it makes everything way, way, way better. I especially love the Swedish Chef. He's wonderful. Coffee, tea, soda, or none of the above. Up until a couple of months ago, I would have been firmly in the coffee camp. But then I got sick, and when I got better, coffee didn't taste good anymore, so now I am firmly in the tea camp. Number 5, describe your perfect day. I had this really cool day once where I got to wander around museum all by myself, so I could take as much time as I wanted, go as slow as I like. And then I had lunch in the little museum cafe, and it was really, 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 really good. And at the end of the day, I would spend playing video games or D&D with friends. The key, though, would be that I would get to do all of this in my pajamas. What is one thing that is on your bucket list? Another thing I'm interested in is genealogy, and on my mom's side, I've been able to find the town in Germany that some of her family came from. They're from this town called Alzey. It's in the wine-growing region of Western Germany, and I'd really like to go there someday. Worst movie ever. Well, I don't know about the worst movie, because Ryan showed me this one on Netflix called Surf Nazis. I can't even fathom that, but the most disappointing movie I can remember in a long time was The Phantom Menace. I want those hours back. Number 8, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be? This is a really easy one to answer. It would be my mom's chicken and noodles with mashed potatoes, because they're really, really good. She makes her own noodles. For dessert, it would be strawberries with whipped cream. What are you obsessed with? Number 9. In case you hadn't noticed, cats would probably be on that list. Office supplies, CF, my first video. Another one I haven't talked about before is correcting typos and spelling mistakes in everything I read. Number 10, who was your first celebrity crush? I can't remember which of these came first, so I'm going to give 2 answers. Julian Bashir from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, played by Alexander Siddig. And the other one was Jonathan Brandis from Sequest DSV. Apparently I like nerds. I like nerdy things. Nerds. Number 11, Marvel or DC, and why? I'm going to choose Marvel just because I went with friends to see The Avengers, and then I went to see it again with my sister, and I never see movies twice. I loved that movie. Number 12. If you could redo one moment in your life, what would it be? Mostly I would keep my life the same as it has been, because even the terrible things I think I had to go through to learn from them. I guess the one thing would be that, it's not really one specific moment, but it would be admitting that I had problems with anxiety sooner, so that I could start talking to people and getting help. You're not going to grow out of it, just deal with it. Go talk to somebody, get some help. Number 13, if you become a millionaire, what will it be for? Well, I'm good at a lot of things, but you don't get paid a lot of money for any of them. So really the only thing I can think of would be winning the lottery, and I don't even play the lottery, so it's looking like my chances of becoming a millionaire are pretty small. 14. Who would you least like to fight and why? I immediately knew the answer to this. It's Genghis Khan, because if you've watched the Crash Course series on world history, you know that the Mongols are the exception for everything, and Genghis Khan was a serious badass. I would not want to fight Genghis Khan. Last one, number 15. What is something you believed for a long time that isn't factually true? I didn't really ever think about this. It was more of an assumption. I just always thought that the only people who drive on the left side of the road were people in the UK or former colonies of the UK, like Ireland. I was talking to somebody about a Toyota Yaris, that has like the speedometer and everything in the middle so they can sell it in whatever market. And I said, yeah, I think it's so that they can sell it in the UK and they don't have to like redo all the stuff for it. And my friend was like, or in Japan, you know. I was like, but Japanese people drive on the same side of the road as we do. And he was like, no, they don't. So apparently Japanese people drive on the left side of the road too. Who knew? As I wanted.